Hello, Aquarius and Aquarius Rising. I hope that your July 2016 has gotten off to a fantastic beginning. Let's take a look and see what's coming through for you in tarot. I always like to begin with a channeled message, which is something that I meditate on before I read the cards. And for you, I actually got this beautiful image of you radiating outward, shining. And so the channeled information is for you to find ways in which you can sort of shine and be appreciated. So some of you may play the support role a lot, and for you this month, it's a time for you to focus more on doing things that feel right for you, that allow you to be recognized, and to remind people of all the great things that you bring. And it's not like an ego trip, but it's I do think that sometimes we can get lost behind not allowing ourselves to sort of be in that spotlight. So it's not a common message that I bring. Usually there's, it's working on yourself or serving other people, but for you this month, and I actually pulled a really bright card, and I don't think I did this for anyone else either. You're supposed to sort of stand out from the crowd this month. We'll see how that works. It could be very useful in business. This typically, if I pull a message like that just from the channel portion, it would mean that really great month for you to try new things, or to do something more social than you normally would. So step outside of your comfort zone. All right, let's shuffle the cards now and see what particular information is coming through for you. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the Catalyst card as well, which will lend some insight into how all of this ties together. Okay, Harmony card, which makes perfect sense for Aquarius, actually. This is something where you are a card where I believe sometimes you're at your best when, you're a sign where you often want to have people around you feel happy. It's not necessarily a desire to please, but you like things to be calm around you, beauty around you. What I see with this is to remember that you're part of that. And as I said earlier, if this is a month to shine, it's also a month to try to seek out as little conflict as you can. And if people are trying to sort of pick a fight with you, the harmony here is about peace. It can also be about literally finding peace through music, expression, some sort of artistic release. Absolutely good for you this month. So whether it's composing your music, playing, or just, again, seeking some sort of a harmonious decision, that's the message that's coming through, that's connecting everything. Okay. Now, as we look at your cards and the messages associated with them, your center card is the Five of Swords. It's reversed. And then we have the Death card, or the Rebirth card. I love that on this. And I really like the optimistic view of death that this deck portrays. It's the Sun and Moon deck, and I'll post a link in the comments if you like it. I think it's the first time I used it with your particular sign. But what you're going to need to do is quite literally rise above a situation that doesn't suit you. The reversal of this card is indicating that there are some really difficult, perhaps even feelings of defeat or failure that you might be dealing with. And instead of sort of allowing that to take over and become your truth, it's saying pull yourself above it, move beyond it, and possibly cut loose some people in your life that are no longer helping you sort of feel good about life, about yourself. This is especially true of anyone that attacks your self-confidence and doesn't allow you to be someone more than who they want you to be. So controlling people, for instance, it could be a boss, a coworker, or a loved one. And if it is a loved one and you have the ability to move out of that relationship, I would really encourage you to do that if it resonates and feels good to you. Your deep past, we have the Magician card. And if you look at the illustration on this, it's beautiful. It's kind of a shaman card. You'll also notice a little monkey on the side, which is saying the key to your success is through playful exploration. And through believing, there's also music in this card as well. I really think music is going to help you this month. Put it on in the car, sing in the shower. It's going to be a way to unlock any sort of energy that's been pent up. But what I was getting at with this is you create your destiny. And a lot of times we get frustrated because we think, oh, I have bad luck, or oh, I am cursed, or oh, things never work out. Start changing the way you reflect upon your history and then also your future, saying, you know what, I'm headed on a better path. I went through a lot and now I'm ready for something better. That's going to open up a whole avenue of opportunities that I have bad luck will never open up for you. Instead, you could say, I'm working hard on myself and I'm looking for better opportunities. It's all about perspective, and people around you hear the way you refer to the situations in your life, to your own body, to your own intelligence. Oh, I'm stupid, or this is probably a silly idea. Don't do that anymore. Just say, I have an idea, and let them be the judge of its merits of, good, bad, whatever. And also don't attach too much ego to what they say. So you are the magician, you have the ability to do what you want to do, and this is a sacred card. It's a beautiful illustration. So a lot of information came through for that one card for you, but for many of you, there may have been people in your life that didn't allow you to fully, again, I keep coming up with shine, but I think it's like self-esteem is really what this is about for Aquarius this month. I want you to allow your self-esteem to grow, to blossom, and to not let other people take it away or mute your beauty, okay? When I'm looking at your recent past, what you've been working on, where you're at on a soul level, we have a beautiful Three of Wands. You've been working hard at yourself, reinventing yourself, reevaluating who you are. This is a very different Three of Wands. Instead of the usual daytime image of someone looking out over the sea, seeing ships coming to them, this is someone who's actually using the fire in their belly, in their mind, in their soul to create, and it's in front of them. So it's much more of a manifestation, Three of Wands, than the traditional Rider-Waite. So we have the Magician, the dreaming, and then we have the Three of Wands, the doing. And not only is it a card of execution, but it's a card of achievement. A lot of times with this, again, when you see things coming towards you, it's an indicator, stay on that path, okay? You don't see it here, but you can you can infer it from the card. So it's just based on how Three of Wands works. And this is also like a jumping off point for you. It's a platform month. So I feel like a lot of you have gotten to an area where you're gonna have a little bit more visibility. Don't shy away from the visibility, okay? Relationships this month could be trickier than usual. Whenever cups are reversed, one, it's usually showing that you need a little bit more self-care and love. So allow yourself to be present for you and do what you need to heal. It also means that people around you could be asking more and giving less. So only give when it feels good. And if they're asking for too much, you'll know when to put up a limit. We have the Princess of Wands in the near future position here. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see it. So this showing that emotions could run high, that people could be asking for more. This showing me that despite some of this great growth that we're seeing in letting go of other people's views of who you are and replacing it with your own, it still may be hard to express yourself or to demonstrate what you want. The Princess of Wands reverse is showing me a little bit of a delay in being able to show people what you want or ask for what you want. So work on that, because your soul really wants that to happen and the cards are supporting it. It's just a big step, and I get it. Prince of Wands here in the ego position, just showing that that juxtaposition of desire versus reality and trying to kind of make this happen. So work on it, because if you take a chance, I think it's going to be great. Sorry, I just got the ABBA song in my head because I heard that lately. But it's a good thing. You have to really believe in yourself. And if you don't, no one else is going to take a chance on you. All right, the Nine of Wands here in your environment card. This is showing me that For those of you that have either been in a relationship for a very long time or a working situation in a very long time, for a very long time rather, this is a month where it's pivotal to get some sort of an indicator of where you're going next. And for many of you, this also shows me that you're at a point in your life where you think, you know what? I've paid my dues. I don't feel like paying dues anymore. And so that happens sometimes. Figure out what it is that you really want to put your energy into. And if there are certain avenues where you just feel like I'm done, okay. But I will say this, the Nine of Wands is a card of near completion. So if things are driving you crazy, I would encourage you to try to be patient, because we're looking at maybe another quarter or a half of the year and things could radically shift. You're that close to a new cycle, so be patient. There is going to be work that's required to make your dreams happen. Five of Wands is a card of having to sort of put in the difficult work, not always seeing immediate turnaround on it. And the same thing here when we're looking at Six of Swords here. I think you're going to have to just focus on one thing that's really important to you and try to tune out some of the garbage that's around you. And sometimes it is just garbage, rubbish, and it gets in your head or it blocks your view. And if you can really prioritize your top thing that you want to accomplish this month, your energy is going to feel boosted. And and I think if you can do something fun and playful, because we saw two things showing a need to be playful. That little monkey here, showing that it's actually the key to opening your inner magician. And then this music and harmony card showing that the more you can sing, move, laugh, even cry, but have a flowing of emotions, the easier it's going to be for you at the end of the month. Let's extend your forecast to include health, wealth, love, and destiny. I've already shuffled these cards, but I'm just going to do a really light shuffle here and then randomly pull. And it's telling you that you're free and safe to make that shift in your life that you might be thinking of doing. So know that you're supported. And again, these have already been shuffled, but I'm just going to do a light shuffle here at the end. And then it says here for your, we're looking at wealth and opportunity, daydreams and decisions. So first you have to give yourself permission to just go out on a limb. And know that some people may think you're crazy. It doesn't matter. You have to just go for something that you love, that you believe in, and then allow that to be your reality. People will accept it in time. The 7th of the month is a great time for you to start to open up and dream and begin to execute. What this is also saying is don't spend forever in the daydream phase. I think a week or two to sort of think about what new change, what new thing you want to do in your life is fine. But after that point, it's really time for you to start to execute on that. Okay, and then when we're looking at love, what I have here for you is slow down, rest. And so this is a complement to that dream card. And you see a little bit of a maze going on. It says, try to get a hold of yourself and just allow things to unfold. So if you just met someone, don't rush it. Don't expect certain things to happen by certain dates or certain anniversary points. Why not just enjoy getting to know who they are, getting to know who you are, and understanding if the two of you should be together. And if you're in a longer term relationship, it's the same sort of unfolding, unfurling. It takes a long time for things to sort of like grow and get to a point that you may want. So patience is key. And more importantly, take a rest this month. If you are single and think, oh, everyone expects me to be married or engaged or doing this by a certain time, just enjoy. This card is another one where the key to happiness is maybe having a little bit of fun with friends, maybe going out to dance, or just to a social event, and then resting and coming home and thinking, oh, I'm glad that's over. But have a little bit of balance between the two, and if you are alone, then enjoy that quiet time. It's not always going to be there. As you may know, the older you get, you notice people come and go, situations come and go, and when you have peace and quiet, just enjoy it, revel in it a little bit, because it's usually a very short-lived thing, okay? And finally, when we look at your destiny card, your trajectory, I think that's why I was drawn to talk about that. It says, know that I'm never alone. I know that I'm never alone. So you're only feeling lonely or cut off if you continue to sort of think, oh, no one understands, or I don't want to talk to this person. And if you do that, that's fine. Just take ownership of it and think, I really need some time for myself. But instead of thinking I'm lonely or alone, think, I'm taking some time to contemplate. I want some quiet time. Put new labels on it, and also enjoy your company. If you can't enjoy being alone with yourself without a distraction, without television, music, something, it is something that you want to think about. Is it because you're just used to always having someone around? Is it because you're afraid of what your mind may go to? This is where meditation can help. And rather than just sort of like starting in an abyss of quiet, you could do something like a group meditation. There's a lot of opportunities on like Meetup, or you can try yoga classes, or sort of reading up on meditation, but find a way to figure out how you can quiet your mind and not feel sort of isolated by the quiet, okay? Maybe you need some white noise. You can hear my air conditioner in the background. Whatever it is that you need to allow for your mind to be present but sort of disconnect, that's going to be the key for you, and not sort of going with this internal dialogue. You'll find your way. But I do think meditation, prayer is really good for you this month, whatever is sort of resonating the most. All right, let's summarize. There was a lot of information that came through. Okay, so your channeled information again was to allow your confidence to ring and shine through, not allow other people to mute that in you. At the center of the month, there's probably something that you've been working too hard at that may not feel good anymore. And I see you letting go of that. That's what the Death and Rebirth card is about. Starting to recognize your own power and starting to manifest that power. And around the middle of the month is when you have that internal struggle between who you want to be and who you are, and they need to have parity and become one. Recognize that you're nearly at the end of a cycle, and really by the end of the year, you should be in a much better place. But I see work being necessary this month, so if you allow the work to happen, that's a good thing. Not a great month to start new relationships, but if you're in a relationship, then just focus on trying to make sure that both sides are carrying even weight, that you're not trying to fix everything. It's a two-way street, basically. Music can quite literally help you, but also focus on avoiding any sort of arguments. Harmony is the way to having a successful month. Try to find a peaceful end to any sort of conflict. Know that you are safe when it comes to taking that next big step in your life. Your health looks like it's on a good, either a road towards recovery after something that was a little more negative, or you're ready to make a change, a shift in your life. So you're supported in that. For wealth, think about what you want. I often ask people, like, what would you really do if you didn't have any sort of things tethering you down? Think about what your soul is desiring and start to take some action this month to make that happen, rather than to always think, well, I'm not doing what I want to do, et cetera, et cetera. Slow down on the relationship front. Either enjoy the quiet that you currently have, or the very slow opportunity of getting to know someone new in your life. Don't rush things. And you're not really alone. Being alone with yourself doesn't necessarily mean that you're lonely. Lonely is a state of mind, not an actual, it doesn't have to be real or bad. So meditation can help ease that feeling of isolation, and going out and being seen and being with people can help too. Like I said, we saw that little playful monkey in this magician card, which is saying, have fun. I'm just as guilty as the next person of sometimes focusing too much on working or trying to even improve yourself, and unless you can laugh, sometimes it's a lost cause. All right, so I hope this was helpful for you. If you would ever like a personalized reading, I offer those. It's about a month and a half to 2 months. Sometimes wait, unless you rush that. But you can click in one of the corners here and you'll see a link to check availability. If you just like to keep in touch, the easiest way is to subscribe to this channel, but you can also sign up for my newsletter or connect on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Finally, and most importantly, and most emphatically, I'd just like to say thank you to all of you that show up every month, really are supportive to me, and it's a two-way street, and it helps me sort of realize that this is helping you out. So thank you for that. Please keep up the likes and the subscribes and all the comments. It means a lot. If you ever feel like you'd like to donate to the channel, that definitely helps. I'll put a link here so you can do that as well. Okay? In the meantime, take care of yourself, and thank you so much for allowing me to spend time with you. Have a great summer for those of you that are in the Northern Hemisphere. Bye-bye.